Hi everyone, Kat here, your favorite ginger bibliophile. I hope you're all doing really well. And if you're new, thanks for joining. If you've, you know, been here a while, well, welcome back. And still, thank you so much for joining in again. So I've got one that I'm really excited about today. Because I haven't been doing much straight on up reviews lately, but also this is something off my TBR and I get to check off. Woohoo! Because I finished that series. I told you at the beginning of the year, I had kind of a year-long TBR of I'd gotten some books last year that finally were the last few that I needed to finish off some of the really good series that weren't on ebook. And I got the last two that started with this. And this, if you don't know, it's the Matthew Riley's Jack West Jr. series. And it starts with 7 and ends with 1. It's the Jack West Jr. and it's so much freaking fun. And I just finished it last weekend. So, or yeah, it'll be weekend before because I'm filming this on the weekend after I finished it. Maybe. I don't know, my brain is all fuzzy right now, but I finished one during reading sprints, finished the next one like over that same weekend. And I'm done with the series, and that's awesome. I've been reading this series for a few years. So, yay! Finished off the series. And 2 books off my TBR. Hey, you gotta celebrate those little things, because half the time that's all you're gonna get. So, if y'all don't know what these are, I just did a video of here's my action movies that I freaking love, and if they ever made this into a series, these would be some summer blockbuster action. That would be really good. So long as you don't expect, much believability. Like that scene with the water that was just, that's not how water works. But if you know, you know. If you don't, you're gonna have to read the books to find out. But basically, this whole series is the Cosmos really want to wipe us out. I don't know what we did. Well, okay, minor spoiler, we eventually find out what we did. But the universe wants to wipe out, all life on planet Earth. And we have to go through all these, like, little trials to convince them, don't kill us. Let's stop that deadly power for a minute. And if you do, you get a special little reward. And so we have Jack West Jr. and his team trying to stop the Cosmos from killing us. And then, of course, you have the bad guys who are also trying to stop the Cosmos from killing us. But he's doing it because, hey, let's not wipe out the Earth. They're doing it so that they can get the rewards to subjugate the rest of the world. And if they're not going to win, well, then everybody deserves to die because they want all the power. Or, hey, if we're not going to have it, we won't notice if we're dead. So, because, bad guys. But you're basically racing all over the world. Like, there's one where they're trying to find, like, the lost capstone from the pyramids of Giza. One where we find out, the truth about, like, the ancient Greeks, mythology, and the Olympics have some, like, apparently were based in reality, and some of their, titles and whatnot. Like, the 4th book doesn't seem like it fits in with everything else, because it's, let's race to save the world. Okay, now we're gonna have a super deadly version of, the Olympics. And then go back to it, but the last couple books go, hey, oh yeah, let's reference some stuff from that book. And, yep, it's just one big freaking race to save the world, and some people die, some people don't. There's a running theme of they're dead, but they're not, until surprise, they are. So that is the one thing that kind of bugs me. If he keeps going, there's no way this person could ever survive this. They have like half a second left to figure out how to save themselves. Nope, they're dead. Haha, just kidding, they're not dead. And then they're just like, you thought I was gonna say just kidding again, but I actually offed him this time. So, yeah, that kind of bothers me. And I was like, all right, what kind of BS are you gonna come with up with to say that they're not really dead? Or hey, you didn't come up with BS this time. They're actually dead. Well, I didn't see that coming. So there's that part is kind of like especially when you pull that on the main character. Like he's a series title character and there's $7. You expect me to believe that you offed him, really? But other than that, it's just a good old action-packed time. Like we're just running all over the world, getting into fights with like the universe and sleazy bad guys, and trying to figure out these like historical mysteries and finding all these like hidden places that were supposed to be myth or we know they're real, but they've been lost for centuries, if not longer. And him and his genius friends can find them, and it's key to stopping the cosmos from killing us. And it's just really, really freaking fun. Not believable in the least bit, but it's a really good time. And I spent years looking for these last two because they actually came out. I want to say it was 2018, and then re-released in 2022 because they're written by an Australian guy, so they get the really cool covers. And then they finally got released in America. But my whole series has been paperback with kind of this kind of deal where it's you got similar font and setup and written over this really cool background. And then they redid them where it was white with a little picture on part of it. And that was lame. And they wanted 20 something bucks for a paperback book outlet, baby. $8 for a hardback. That looks way cooler. So, these were part of my I need to finish that series this year. I finally found them. I read them in a weekend. You need to go read these. And then we need to figure out how to get people to make these into movies like they were supposed to do with my James Rollins novels. Which is actually how I found this guy was I needed a stand-in for my Sigma Force novels that were supposed to be movies, and then it went nowhere. Because those would also be my top 10 action movies. Because, dude, James Rollins, Sigma Force, Kowalski's not happy if something doesn't blow up. That's why I love him. So, yeah. I don't know what else to say other than they're fun. Go read them, and I will see you soon. Bye. Happy reading.